The United Nations has described conditions in Gaza as a hellhole, with more than 1 million people displaced and supplies of water, electricity and food running out. Today, standing at the Rafah border crossing with Egypt, the UN Secretary-General made an impassioned plea for the 20 trucks that have been waiting there for days to be allowed to deliver their aid. And still, Israel's bombardments continue, with the Gaza Health Ministry, run by Hamas, saying more than 4,000 people have now been killed. A warning: this report from our international correspondent John Sparks does contain images of the aftermath of an airstrike that some may find distressing.
In the words of the United Nations, the Gaza Strip has now become a hellhole. Yet the only way to send in humanitarian aid is shut. 100 trucks packed with desperately needed supplies waiting at the Rafah crossing in Egypt, where they've been stuck for days. And it was here that the UN Secretary-General decided to ditch the diplomacy from a podium erected in front of the gate.
Behind these walls, we have 2 million people that is suffering enormously, that has no water, no food, no medicine, no fuel.
Moderation replaced with exasperation here as the Egyptians and Israelis disagree on the number and content of aid shipments.
These trucks are not just trucks. They are a lifeline. They are the difference between life and death for so many people in Gaza.
International aid agencies have become increasingly alarmed and their language increasingly strident. UN experts calling Israel's siege and bombardment unspeakably cruel. In Gaza City, the blast from an Israeli airstrike destroyed the hall and scout center at an Orthodox church. The Christian community had been using them as shelters. Put your hand under Salim, said one, as parishioners tried to extract their friends and loved ones from the rubble. This man had lost his life. God has deserted us, said some. Some, like this father of 3. Look at this child. Do you think he deserved to die? Said Ara Mansouri. He showed our team pictures of his children, Majdi, Julie and Swella. All 3 died in the blast.
This is a crime. It's a crime against humanity. This F-16 aeroplane threw these things knowing there were people down there. They did it with hatred. No one in Gaza feels safe, but being in the church gave us the feeling that we were close to God.
Israel says it doesn't target civilians as it seeks to destroy Hamas. But that means little to the congregation of St. Porphyrius, now living their own kind of hell. John Sparks, Sky News.